What's a
What the hell's a
MacGuffin?
The amount of words that pop into my head, and then I realize they came from some unknown amount of time ago. The thingy! Is that a word that people use? Thingy!
Usually when they don't know what they're talking about, they say thingy.
I say thingy a lot.
I bet you do!
I don't think I've actually heard you say thingy.
Yeah, right?
You guys have known me for a month.
2, actually. Well, going on 2. It's going on 2.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, I haven't even bothered to bring up. I started calculating how long it would have taken Yala to leave from Katma to get to Evangel. I stopped. I stopped adding the numbers.
Damn. That bodes well.
Yeah, I think you have a better shot where, hoping that the pictures work, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, I was considering her being like, I don't need to like go right now, but can you guarantee she won't forget me? But that didn't come up. So...
That didn't come out of your mouth. Instead, it's like, are you kidding me? You wore it for 2 whole weeks! I'm not dumb! Why are you being stuff? Genuinely, you confused him.
Good.
Yeah, she does not want to be indebted to this guy. She absolutely loathes him.
Well, it was never so much as a debt. It's just a deal, but no.
No,
I get.
He marked us. That, like, it's a debt. He left his calling card, because I don't know what else to call it.
Again, not exactly, but, call it as you will.
As I do everything. Quite usually the wrong name.
Yeah. So,
But hey, I haven't called him Xantax as Nim, so I'm trying.
Woo!
Whoopee for he. Thank God for that. But yeah, we left off with, I bet you do. So, ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
And he's just gonna snap his fingers, and right in front of him is going to just appear this very blunt, plain. At first glance, it's almost like somebody just decided to make the rough shape of a sword, but it's literally just looks like a solid steel billet of metal.
You were gonna say a solid state drive.
No. But its handle barely has a pommel. It's just straight metal from top to bottom. No wrapping, no leather, no finery. Its handle is just a circle, and the blade is just blunt. And the whole thing is just gray. Just metal gray.
This is pretty bland for a pretty powerful sword.
I'm guessing she actually says that.
Yes, Nim actually says this.
Good! At some point, I have to stop asking if Nim says things, which means at some point Nim's gonna have to start just saying things. But
That's what you think.
it is very confusing because there's no change in voice.
I can't do voices. I'm very pathetic.
It'd be really funny if Nim just sounded like a small squeaky child.
Nah, that would, like, kill my throat.
Oh god, you just talked in your high-pitched Shay squeak all the time for Nim.
I did that enough in the lunchroom in elementary school. I'm good.
But yeah. Oh, that's because it's not active.
What does it look like when it's active?
Depends on the person.
How do you activate it?
You hold it.
What happens if I... Yeah?
It's literally just like floating.
I'm so tempted to poke it. So the Nim goes, Samson, touch it!
No. Adam, remember?
Take off your gloves.
No.
Oh.
You're the sword bearer. You get the sword.
Nim doesn't want to touch it. Okay, so Nim gently pokes the pommel.
As you go to touch it, you just get... He just smacks your hand away.
With the pommel?
No, with his hand! Just...
With the
Oh.
sword. Your head is now gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Okay, so... Nim, like, pulls her hand back. Says, what was that for?
No touchies! The sword is activated directly on touch.
Yes.
So, no touchies.
But what does it look like when it's activated?
Like I said, depends on the person. Anyway.
Can you unactivate it after you touch it?
I like having a house. So anyway,
Like, you could build a new one, but whatever.
he just, like, gestures. Come on, up with your arm.
I am increasingly not wanting to. Nim looks to Hyala and looks to Samson. What are their faces like?
With regards to what?
Oh, the situation right now, and the fact this sword is about to go in Nim's arm.
Okay.
Alright.
They're just
All
looking
right.
at her normal, I guess.
Pretty much.
Well, if they
We've
seem
seen a lot of shit at this point. It's just like, yeah, okay.
alright, they seem like they want this to happen, and who is Nim to say no?
Who is Nim to have a backbone and say not today?
Yup. So Nim will go, okay, and she'll, like, hesitantly reach out her arm.
Palm up or palm down?
Finger circle.
Just so you know, Eddie, when you said that, I struck a JoJo's pose with finger circles.
Good.
Palm out. Palm
Palm
up, I
out?
mean, that's what I meant.
And Zanzibar is gonna just run his finger in a circle over top of your palm. And as his finger passes, you're going to just see runes form. And Samson, you're looking at his face, so you see he's just mouthing something that you can't make out.
I guess I am.
Well, unless you want to roll for it. I didn't think you wanted to, yeah. But then it just lights up, and your hand feels nice and cool as the runes light up, and the center dissolves into basically what looks like the inside of a bag of holding.
My initial thought was you could fit a whole Subway sandwich in there. Maybe two.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm not even joking. That was the literal thought.
Comfy cozy?
I guess.
Good. And he'll grab your wrist slightly and turn your palm forward and align the sword's tip with your palm. Not enough to touch. Now, this might sting just a little.
Are you now? So now you're saying just a little for my sake, or just a little to you means just a lot for me? And feel free to stab as Nim talks.
If anything, I'm almost saying it more for their sake. And he'll just start cramming the sword
Sorry.
He'll start cramming the sword into your arm. And it literally feels like somebody's tearing your arm inside out.
So, because Nim doesn't yell, just bites her lip really hard. And tries not to cry.
And Samson, as you're watching this, you just hear it sounds like the sword is just scraping against.
This sounds like a terrible thing.
No, it's arcing energy out. Literal, tendrils of energy are ripping their way up Nim's arm. It sounds like grinding stone, metal, and flesh and bone all at the same time.
Is it gonna be that bad on the way out?
Hi, King. Do you really want me to always spoil every surprise?
In this
Nim's a
case,
bit
yeah.
preoccupied, but yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure it comes out nice and quick. Like ripping off a bandage.
That's not what he asked.
It certainly
Oh,
wasn't.
but it's a better answer than no, it'll be just this way.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Oh, it's worse.
I imagine you go to release the sword, it just pops out with confetti, one of those party poppers, and then just it just tanks on the floor, just thinking.
And you get a little paper crown with it.
A little tiny bang flag comes out after the sword. It's like.
I went to Zanzibar and all I got was this stupid T-shirt.
But yeah, no, as it gets up to the hill, that's when Zanzibar lifts her arm up and just starts pushing with all his might, and you just see it slowly but surely going into her arm. And it still hurts. The pain's not getting better, it's getting worse. It is getting worse. Roll me.
This armor was the best investment in my whole life.
Being a sorcerer was the worst investment of Nim's whole life. Not that she had a choice, but still.
Do you want to roll me a Constitution saving throw to see how much it hurts?
Sure.
That one's. Oh wow.
Nice.
I was
Not now.
going with the intention that a higher number is more painful.
What?
Oh no.
What is this second edition again?
What's a higher number bad in second edition?
It depends. And that's the most frustrating part. Is like sometimes. I literally, it's so confusing because it's like, all right, roll a d20. You got a -2. That's a crit. Oh! What?
Yeah.
Who designed this?
Yeah.
No, I'll explain my reasoning. The general pain scale we all know is from 1 to 10, how much it hurts, right?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Okay.
Except it's not 1 to 20, it's still 1 to 10.
So
It's a 16 out of 10.
so yeah, this is just second edition.
Yeah.
Golly my gosh.
So, yeah, no, you still just biting down on your lip, trying not to cry?
Yep. I
Man, if
assume.
only you had a worse constitution, this would hurt less.
No, so the thing is I have a +4 to Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
When normally it'd only be a +1.
Just have
But
a worse constitution, forehead.
Yeah. Decon.
Yeah, G-Con.
So as he finishes cramming the sword into Nim's arm, all the fanfare kind of goes to a dull roar and then stops. And now, if you want, you can roll me a Constitution saving throw with a DC 10 to see if you pass out.
No.
Nice.
Nim passes out.
No?
Nim died.
No.
No.
That's annoying.
That's not the pain scale. She succeeded. DC 10.
Oh.
This is
I thought this was second edition.
It's not second edition.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why it changes every other roll.
So
Hathako!
Nim will go, does this mean I've disarmed Zanzibar?
Nim, are you okay?
Oh,
No.
I really like this child. She's got jokes. Most people would be unconscious. Ah, you're a good kid, and he's just gonna pat her on the head.
I give her a lollipop.
Actually, that sounds really nice.
Nim would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, ask and ye shall receive.
Nim's like, do I at least get a piece of candy?
Sure.
No.
Why not? You've been a
Don't
good
you have your
sport.
own bag of candy?
I do.
And
You
he's
can
just
have
gonna
a piece of candy anytime.
he's just gonna snap his fingers.
She earned this.
And hand her an extra large sugar bomb. Lord knows where
Yay.
he got that from, but
I mean, as long as it looks clean, Nim will eat it.
it's clean.
Fantastic.
This whole place is pretty clean. Didn't come out, but like, you know.
Well, it would have if we tracked mud into it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That did come up in a side conversation.
So, yeah, Nim's slightly less uncomfortable eating a sugar bomb.
So, who's ready to get to work?
Yeah. And Samson will put his hand up.
Fair enough. So, first order of business, because, well, I've got a schedule to keep. I need you three to go deal with a little bit of a problem. You see, despite everything, not everybody that lives here is completely intelligent. Some of them go crazy, you know, like the rest of the world. Turns out, some of these crazy people started worshiping me as a god. And Samson, you know how I feel about that.
I do, Zanzibar. What you guys?
Yes, so for some reason, they think, and just for talking purposes, we're gonna move to this. They think that 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 20. They think that I want them to collect one virgin from every single place besides their own and sacrifice them to me for some reason. I don't begin to understand it, but that's like 20 girls.
Or guys. You said virgin.
Yeah.
It's usually not that specific unless you say virgin maiden.
Fair enough, but let's just say it's in context that he said girls, therefore.
Gotcha.
And well, I don't want to do that. So as the clock seems to be, and since you know you have a boat to catch, which currently doesn't know it's supposed to be back in the port. You've got some time to kill. So at 6 a.m. tomorrow, as he's gonna look at the window, out the window, and try and look for the sun, they're planning on slaughtering these girls. I need you to be there and kind of like, you know, make that not happen. Fair enough?
You think
All
they
right.
would listen to us?
I mean, we got this, and Samson's gonna like lift his bangs up a bit.
I mean,
It disappeared.
they're going to listen to you when you start slaughtering them.
Oh,
I am Zanzibar. That place, that up here, as he points to. Oh, actually, do you bring out your map? Can you bring
yeah,
out your map?
yeah. I'll say I have a map in hand.
Yeah, so he'll show you and he'll be like, you see this little up here? See how it's called the Coke Town of Zanzibar?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want that on my island. I don't want that.
Oh,
I don't want
we're
these
just
people.
we're just getting rid of the whole thing.
Oh, you have no idea. But like, today's been a busy day. I kind of want a nap. You've got some time. So I want you to go there, and I want you to kind of stop the mayhem before 6 o'clock tomorrow. And at 6 o'clock, I'll be there to join the fun. Fair enough.
How do we get there?
Walk.
We can't get there before 6 o'clock.
It took us 3 days to get like a third of the distance.
Huh. You know, sometimes I forget you can't just snap your fingers and go. Walking is very slow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little slow. Good
Can
exercise though.
Can you fly? And at that, he's
she
kind of
might.
just gonna start, like, hovering a foot off the floor, like, any of you able to do this?
Give me like 30 seconds to check a spell.
You might.
And give me 30 seconds to do that. I'm back.
Okay. Alter Self doesn't specify that you can grow wings, but it does say that one of those is change your appearance.
If it would give you a fly speed, it would tell you you'd get a fly speed.
Then no, I can't. I don't think wings are natural weapons, so either. And changelings specify that you can't get new things by being another race. It actually specifies that you don't get to fly if you're an Arakakra.
Oh.
Yeah. Nim shakes her head.
We got a water bug that's currently being babysat.
Oh. I gotta do everything.
Kinda.
You're
So
literally making us go do things for you.
That doesn't stop him from saying it.
I mean, you got like a little like doohickey that can get us there quick enough?
I guess I'll just have to teleport you. He's gonna just jazz hands.
Oh,
Whoop-dee-doo.
one other thing then, I think is really concerning, but I didn't get a chance to ask.
Sure.
You're really powerful, and your magic seems to not be affected by this atom. You think we're gonna meet up with anyone else that can, sort of overpower it in the same way?
And he's just gonna look you dead in the eye, and he's just gonna shake his head no.
Perfect. Man, this was a good investment.
Atom is the physical manifestation of a lack of magic. It is everything that is left when you take magic away.
Cool.
So, no? No. Speaking of things that I feel like I have to do myself all the time, where in creation is that child?
Which child?
Now, there's a lot of children.
Compared
They're
to,
all over the place, man.
in reference to me,
One of
yes,
them's in
I
cotton.
realize that there's a lot of children. But she was supposed to be here.
Now?
I guess, and as the door
If this is
opens
death,
up,
I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
It is totally dead.
and Death just comes in and she just skips across the floor, and she's just like, "Hello, oh, you have
Hi,
company. Hi, Samson."
How's it
I thought you
going?
said hi, Dad, and I was like, what?
Zanzibar.
But yeah, no, she comes like dancing into the room, but as soon as she sees you three, she kind of just stops and stands still. Just like, we're doing something else. Oops. Congratulations! You managed to always surprise me with your lack of timekeeping. Woo!
Time is irrelevant when death doesn't matter to you.
But
Time
Nim
is, in
doesn't say
fact,
that.
a flat circle.
and she's kind of just gonna look at him and be like, but I'm exactly on time. Early is on time, and on time is late. You're late.
Ugh.
In any event.
Samson's just gonna like lean over to Kel, and I'm like, I wonder what the hell we are then.
Unfortunate.
Says you. I got everything I needed.
I'm the physical embodiment of the story of the sword and the stone.
Yeah, except I'm the stone.
Yeah.
And though Zanzibar
Clearly the
does,
most important character in that narrative.
and although Zanzibar doesn't say anything, Samson, you want to roll perception? Base
Yes.
10?
Sure, because I
I'm good at that!
Yay!
Modifier? Wait, no. I'm adding a d4 to your thing. Hold on. What does it say?
I got a +1 to my wisdom thanks to my level 8 feat.
And it helped so much!
Hold on. No, I got this. It's /roll
Okay.
1d4.
Shay, please don't put a space again. Woo!
What happens if you put a space?
It just rolls a 1!
So good.
Shay did that like what, 2 or 3 times last session?
That's not important.
Oh, it was so funny.
No.
Alright, so with Nim's help, I passed. Yeehaw.
Yeah, but you look up and Zanzibar is just like... He moves his eyes to look at you without turning his head.
In what manner?
In like... He could hear your mumbling, he's just choosing not to react, but he's showing you that he's looking at you.
Ah. I mean, Samson says that he's had everything he's needed from this.
It
I'm just
was
saying,
more in response to the I wonder what that makes us.
Oh, because we were late as hell. Oh,
Unconscionably late.
fantastic.
Nim's like, I've never been anything but fashionably late, and I will take no recourse.
Does she actually say that?
No. Well, because Nim doesn't know. Nim didn't see that whole, like, eye response thing. And so, yeah.
Anyway, in any event, the orc's still downstairs, right? Good, go fetch him. Okay. And she kind of drags her feet a little, and she walks back outside. Anyway, as for you three, I'm going to just have to teleport you, but forests are fun. They're always growing and changing. So, we're gonna just go for a gamble and say you'll make it there.
What is this? Teleport when you don't know the location at fucking all?
Wait. Can I say goodbye to Lily before we go?
Your sentimentality is admirable and yet at the same time exhausting.
Thank you.
Says the guy
Thanks.
who raised the child.
Thanks.
It's people like you why I choose to drink. But yeah, sure, whatever.
Oh, cool. Can we share a drink someday?
Maybe, if you manage not to die or become useless.
I'll do my best.
Or break your deal. Then I'll kill you.
I figure as much.
And then Rhino will walk back in, silent as always.
Hi, Rhino.
Hey, Rhino, quick question. What do you want in life?
And Rhino will look genuinely confused at the question.
It's Nim's question.
No!
What are you saying no for?
The music killed itself.
I honestly thought, like, my computer blue screened for a sec. And then I kept hearing everyone else. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Hold on, I gotta fix the music. Oh god, the Zanzibar! I wanna work for Zanzibar like no one ever worked.
I just want to continue to ask increasingly personal questions, and people answer them.
Nim's learning how to person by just asking questions. Wait, with everything else that's gone on, is Death my father?
Hey, listen, Samson doesn't know his dad, so it could literally be anyone.
It could even... Do I look like a man? Bitch, do I look?
No, wait, there's a... wait, let me see.
Daddy? Do I look?
Hit Daddy Death!
So anyway...
Listen, Samson doesn't judge.
You ask what Rhino wants in life, and he looks genuinely confused. Rhino has never given that thought before.
Think on it.
Oh, good lord. Don't you go having an existential crisis on me now, too. I've already got 2.5 of those. As he kind of just loosely gestures to the three of you.
Who's the half?
And Zanzibar will just point at Samson.
Samson feels so good right now, he doesn't feel like drinking.
I actually could imagine that if somehow, in some way, his mother dies, he will be all but useless. So he's a half.
I mean, as long as it's when she's supposed to go, then I can't really complain.
Yes, well. In any event, what was I even doing? How is it that you three always manage to make me forget? You actively somehow make me feel old.
It happens.
Do I want to make a comment? I won't make a comment.
You wanted to see the rhino? Oh, yes. Take the bug back to wherever it came from. I have to go drop these three somewhere in the middle of the forest. Still trying to figure that out.
That doesn't seem like a safe place for us to be.
Yeah.
And he's gonna
I'm
start
allergic to
walking.
lethal heights.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to drop you from 1,000 feet in the air and, you know, hope that you have some kind of bounce material padded under your skin.
I don't have the spell Feather Fall.
Ever.
I'm Zanzibar.
have a gun.
Give me a little bit of credit.
Shoot the
Samson
ground
just-
and then it'll be too afraid.
Yeah, Samson just shoots the ground as he's falling, and hopefully the kickback.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Man, imagine Rhino walking in and seeing this shit.
Apparently you were with them for an amount of time. Is this just special treatment for something I did wrong in life, or...?
Yeah.
And Rhino's just standing there and he's just shaking his head.
But
Yeah,
also,
it's
yeah, a little.
I mean, no, this is kind of us.
But also, yeah, a little.
Was the Eladrin and the Dragonborn like this too, or did we lose... Did we just lose the more capable of the 5?
Oh my
It depends
god,
on who you ask.
you should have seen them. They talked about them useless shit. Always honor this and research that.
Yeah, I don't know why I honestly asked that question. I know why they were handpicked. They were handpicked because they were the least capable and they were going to be the easiest to execute. Whoop-de-doo. Hooray for soon.
Nim hears hooray and casts prestidigitation for confetti once again. As she kind of tuned out the conversation.
Zanzibar is just gonna look at it and be like, I can't honestly imagine anyone wishing you to not exist. You are a very bright sunshine of joy in a very grim and dark world.
Yeah, you understand why I kind of want to kill her family.
You want to what?
What?
What? Huh?
You want to run that by me again, champ?
Listen, if you heard the way that these people have raised this child, Erangel wouldn't be your only target.
I'm open to suggestions.
We'll leave that where it lies for now.
Nim should respond. How should she respond to this? Oh, my upbringing wasn't terrible.
It was.
Does Kiala say that?
Nim, who raised you?
My nanny.
And what did she raise you to do?
Can you be more specific?
What do you do when you're sad?
In public or by myself?
There's your answer.
As
That is
if,
in fact
like,
enough of an answer.
yeah, Samson's just gonna like look at the camera.
Look to Zanzibar.
Just like head gestures, just look to Zanzibar, just like,
You see this shit?
you see what I mean?
And Zanzibar is just kind of gonna stand there with a 1,000-yard stare.
He's like, I was not expecting this of all things today.
And as he slowly just turns to Rhino, he's gonna lift his hand up, clench it, and he's swiftly going to just bring it down in the air. And roll me a, the hell would it be? Wouldn't be acrobatics. What's the other
Nim
thing?
sitting on a chair?
Athletics?
Yeah,
Could
to
it be
keep
acrobatics?
your balance.
That would be acrobatics.
Okay, then it would be acrobatics. Roll me acrobatics.
All of us?
DC 10.
Yeah, everyone?
Alright, can I just like pass?
Is your thing just higher than 10?
So, my acrobatics is a +8, but I also add a d4 to that. So by default it's a 9, so if I roll a 10, then I just automatically pass. I mean, if I roll a 1, then I automatically pass.
I did so good!
Fair enough. So I guess you auto pass,
Woo! I'm gonna roll anyway. Hee-haw.
and you pass anyway.
I did so good!
Look at that! I rolled a 10.
So, all three of you keep your balance, but as you turn around, you just see a giant column of displaced sand rising into the air as if something very big just slammed into it.
Oh.
And Zanzibar is going to walk over to Rhino. Take the bug. Back where it needs to go.
I was fully convinced you were about to say, I threw the bug where it needed to go.
No! No! And Rhino's kind of just gonna look carefully, or look cautiously at him, and he's just gonna reach in his pocket and just hand Zanzibar a folded piece of paper and just quickly walk out.
Bye, Rhino. Tell
Bye.
Lily we said bye. Oh, and tell Joe and Lawrence I say hi too.
The Rhino will do this. The Merrymaker. Goodbye and safe travels.
Thanks, champ. See you around.
Thanks, champ.
Picking up the Zanzibar lingo, are we?
Nim asks, what's on the paper?
Don't
A figure
know.
circle.
Don't know. And he just opens it up, looks at it a few seconds. Oh.
Oh,
And he-
ho, ho, ho.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. And
Yeah,
he'll
Nim's not
close
doing
it
that.
and then fold it again and hand it to Samson. This is for you. All three of you, basically.
Okay. And then I'll open it because he gave it to me.
I will peek over, Nim will peek over his shoulder and look.
What's going on over here?
So as you read it, it'll say on it, and because you spent enough time with him, you'll hear it in his voice. A little note from Rhino, and it'll just say, "The Rhino was sent to do something that he did not necessarily have a choice in. But the Rhino has come to the same decision that the Rhino was told he would make. You three are good people. And sometimes good people are worth trusting. If you choose, then tear a piece of paper off from this, and I will let you know the name of the Rhino. But in doing so, you will either never be able to speak it, or you will choose to never speak it to any being, living or otherwise."
That's
So-
a funny note.
Aw, he cares.
So, in other words, this paper, if you tear a piece off of it, you will learn the Rhino's name. And based on a coin toss, you'll either willingly choose to never speak his name to another living or dead being, or you will physically be forced to not ever be able to.
Why?
Magic.
I could ask so bad.
It's
What
always
secrets
magic.
does Rhino have that he doesn't want us to know? His name is like Tiffany Jones, isn't it?
What's wrong with Tiffany
Samson
Jones?
is going to take the note because it's in his hands and no one else's, and just put it in the bag of holding.
Nim's like, but I want to know.
Oh, too bad.
You're such a bully.
I'm making an executive decision. Rhino's Rhino, no matter what.
I get the sentiment, but also ow.
A relentless murderer.
Nim's gonna say, next thing you're gonna say, you're never gonna tell us what J means in your name.
Ah, yes.
So Samson's going to. Samson's just going to like ignore Nim's comment entirely. Just go like, Rhino's Rhino, no matter what. And then he's just gonna go to himself and is like, and Celeste was Celeste.
It's Justin,
care
isn't it? Your
otherwise.
middle name?
No, surely it was something more simple like John.
Ooh, what about Joe? Or Joey?
Jeremy?
James?
J with a Y?
Oh. Or Jaden?
Jose?
How's Samson looking? When this is going.
He's literally just having like a contemplative heart to heart. Y'all are just acting the fool.
Nim's got a sword in her arm. She needs something light.
You got candy. You're fine.
Jebediah?
Hmm.
Jeremiah.
Anyway, Zanzibar, take it, or you want to send us on our way.
What if it's Justice?
Jesus.
Zanzibar is just standing there, trying to like stifle a laugh. just eyes closed, rubbing his forehead. I'm not spoiling that secret.
What if it's just... Oh.
This is just too funny.
What if he's been saying it this whole time? It's J, but J-A-Y.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ignoring this.
Jolly John?
What if it's jelly? Like, his mom's favorite thing was jelly, so I named him Jelly?
Mm.
Well, I would love to watch you stew in this new development. I definitely need to go take a nap. So, hands please. As he extends out his hand to all three of you.
You're not gonna put their sword into my arm, are you?
He'll extend his hand forward.
Nim asks the question and waits for a response.
Oh, not right now.
Not right now.
Maybe, who knows?
Nim will hesitantly give her hand.
What's the point in being alive if you don't feel some pain every once in a while?
No, thank you.
Yeah, Hyala will slowly extend her hand too while being like, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
And as she says that, Samson, roll me perception.
Oh, goody!
Since you're the one not paying attention to them and paying attention to Zanzibar.
Woo!
The +1 made all the difference.
Yeah. So as you look, you catch Zanzibar's eyes, but he's not looking at you. And in that moment, you notice something seems off. As the words are coming out of Hyala's mouth, Zanzibar's eyes, like his pupils, desync, and one becomes larger and the other becomes smaller.
Ew.
Homie, what the fuck is going on?
And
Zanzibar, what the fuck happened to your eyes?
Am I on that Hyala food?
no, like one starts constricting and the other starts dilating, and for a second, he just looks like he's in an entirely different place. Not physically, just like mentally, his mind just left.
When Hyala said what now?
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Oh. You caused Zanzibar to disassociate.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Or maybe
Hyala's got getting the power to spread it to other people.
Maybe, or maybe there's something more. But anyway, after a small second, he comes back. He like shakes his head slightly as he was starting to list, and he straightens back over. He's like, "Yeah, get out of my house. I'm done with you." And he's gonna close his hand around all three of your hands, snap his fingers, and in an instant, roll me all acrobatics, DC 15.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh.
Hyala and Samson manage to land on their feet. Nim falls into a puddle of mud. You are...
I was gonna say, can I try and catch Nim like the last time she teleported?
Nope. Unfortunately. Because otherwise that would have affected your roll, too.
You got like a 19! How much?
No, Samson got 19. Hyala got a 22. And it was a DC 15.
Yeah.
And
Technically mine was a 21.
2 plus 2 equal 21. And you are somewhere in the northern forest of Zanzibar. You assume somewhere on the road towards the cult town, but as of right now, you have no idea where you
Is there a road?
Uh, roll me perception. DC 10.
I want to percept too.
Hey.
You may
Oh,
It's a
perceive.
yes.
+1, I'm telling you.
Samson's slowly gonna get smarter and smarter.
Spooky.
Honestly, I'm just gonna be putting all of my level up, all of my ability scores into different feats, probably.
So,
That intelligence is staying in negative.
Nim is gonna get out of the puddle and clean herself off.
Was Hyala also making a perception? I thought I heard you say you wanted to.
Oh, I was going to, and then he passed, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Unless you think there's something worth percepting.
There might be.
Road.
I mean,
Alright,
he
I
was
can get
going
rid
to
of it.
percept the road. If you were on the road, you could choose to try and perceive something else.
Here, I'll percept.
Or maybe you won't even perceive the road that you're looking for. You're rolling at one and the road will disappear.
This is Hyala. Hyala can't roll in that
I
one.
rolled a 25. You can always roll a nat 1.
What are we trying to perceive?
I don't know. Just what's around. Are there any dudes we should be worried about? And by dudes, I mean parrot bears / patooey / whatever else is going to try and kill us here.
As far as you can tell for right now, no. As far as Samson goes for perceiving the road, yeah, this certainly seems like some form of road. The brush and grass have been moved away. It's very similar to the forest that you were in when you first went out of the port. But
Like the rainforest?
yeah, but this road definitely doesn't look like it's been used much.
So, I wanted to say, but thought better of it, but I want you guys to know, because it gave me a chuckle on the inside. It'd be really funny if Nim turned to Samson. Wait, if they're sacrificing virgins, does that mean you shouldn't go in?
Ba-dum.
But continue.
Does Nim actually say that?
Depends,
No,
are you upset about it?
Well, so it's not going to be upset. It's gonna throw Samson for a bit of a wild ride
Wait,
because
this
it's
is
like
the second time Samson's been asked if he's.
Yeah.
yes, and then Samson's just gonna be like, Samson's gonna look at him and be like, why aren't you worried?
Worried about what? I kind of zoned out.
So, yes, Nim does ask, and then goes, Nim turned to Samson and goes, wait, if they're sacrificing virgins, doesn't that mean you shouldn't go?
Why are you more worried about me? Actually, never mind.
Oh.
No, it's quite simple, you see. Now that Kala knows, I can just look like not like I can look older and say, no, I'm totally not.
How does one look like someone who hasn't had sex?
Obviously, you get a ring on your finger. And then
You're
I
a
am a-
changeling! You're not a jeweler! You can't just grow a ring on your finger, you
You know what I'm
freak.
more scared about? The fact that Nim would think that she would have to change shape in order to not look like she's had sex. The idea that what
Oh.
has literally been characterized as the baby thinks that she looks like someone who would have had any amount of sex, and on that
I mean,
note,
also,
I need
Nim does not put that much thought into it.
they specifically were looking from girls from each village. We're clearly
You-
not from here.
You put thought into every half syllable I say. Don't you dare say we shouldn't put more thought. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Nim only put thought into that joke, man.
Yeah, man, I totally smoke like 4 sexes a day. With that, I'm gonna go throw out a plate.
Do we get a map change, DM? Tom, Mr. DM?
Hello? I think it's
Did you
just us
disconnect?
now. No,
Ah.
everybody's
I said I
in
was going
theory.
to the bathroom. I can't even piss in peace. What the hell?
Oh, didn't hear that.
Neither did I.
I had to come back because you dared to say, "Oh, you shouldn't take that much stock in what I say." And then my name's Shaylin, and I have double standards coming out every pore of my body.
First of all, yes, I do. Second of all, when did I say you don't take stock of what you said?
Everything's on fire.
Yala's life is burning down around her.
Yeah, no, she's still mad at Zanzibar.
I still.
And
oh,
Rhino. And everyone. She needs
I'm
help.
back.
So, Nim will go. Oh, Hyala?
Hmm?
Did you mean what you said earlier?
She just kind of stares.
Yeah, I really think Hyala does want to go home.
I meant the family thing.
Oh yeah, that. Did you mean that?
She'll just look at them both.
We're giving like the biggest puppy dog eyes.
Ha! It's your
Doesn't
turn.
work on
Next.
her. Those aren't kitten eyes. She hates dogs.
You're right. I'm gonna copy the kitten eyes from the first session.
Well,
I'm trying to think of what she would say.
as
No,
Hyala-
Baka.
as Hyala seems to be taking a pause, you kind of are standing there trying to push her. A lot of pushing Hyala into saying and doing things today. But you're standing there, and then all of a sudden you just hear the faintest like echo of a snap, and you just hear a in the mud, like something dropped into it.
I'm gonna turn.
Yeah, let's look at it.
And there
Point
is.
left.
Just look at it. Let's not think about what Yellow is doing.
Well,
Oh,
I
look,
think I
a
know what it
distraction.
is.
And there's a small crate just sitting in the mud.
I'm gonna run over to it.
It is a sealed crate.
Okay. I think I have a crowbar in my Dungeoneer's kit.
Do you
You
have
should,
a crowbar in your Dungeoneer's kit?
Shouldn't that
Uh,
also be a thief's tool?
no, the crowbar's not a thieves' tool. Thieves' tools are like mirrors and lockpicks and stuff.
Yeah, but I know, but I thought it came with one.
No, crowbars come in like explorers kits and Dungeoneer's kit.
Hold on, like 13 seconds.
1,
Oh,
2, 3, 4, 5,
I just realized I should have counted
7,
down, not up.
8,
13. 12. 11.
12.
Can you like
One.
show me what's in there? No, you're right.
Negative
You're
1.
right.
Don't worry, Jade. Great minds think alike. We both thought to count up.
I mean, whatever works, fam. Whatever works.
Yep, crowbar.
Okay. So,
Wait, no. I don't, because I took the explorer's pack.
Does Nim have a crowbar? Haha. The answer is unsurprisingly no. Can I make a crowbar?
Can I try to, like, pry it open with one of my daggers?
Yeah, sure. I suppose. Not
Cool.
so important. not the crate of Zanzibar. It's not
It's
the greatest crate known by man.
Well, yeah, there's only one creature in existence that can open up that crate. Crash Bandicoot.
So, what kind of roll would
What
that
about
be?
Jude? Attack roll on the box.
I mean, I think it would just be like a dex roll to try and like sneak, like put the
Blade in between
like
the
the
pieces
dagger.
and pry?
Yeah, and just kind of like pry and wedge it out.
Fair enough.
Also, it saddens me to say that I was going through my inventory and I just erased the flower.
Oh.
The flower arc.
You can
The
get more.
flower of Zanzibar.
Alright, so should that be like sleight of hand?
Yeah, okay.
Poggers.
DC 10.
Did I do it?
Just shy. Just missed it by a few now.
Damn.
So you kind of work around the box, and you manage to pop the top open. It's not a very large box. Like, you could fit easily in between your hands. Maybe with like a 1 foot cube. 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And inside it, you see about 5 pounds of preserved meat, about 5 fruits, more like those Zanza fruits, those kind of like mango things.
The Zanzibaris.
Yeah, and a couple of not necessarily like liquor flasks, but like almost like water bottles, like earthware bottles with corks in them.
Like little clay bottles with corks in them.
Yeah, big enough to be like a water bottle. And there's 3 of those.
Ooh. I'll throw them in the bag. I'll put the lid back on and I'll throw them in the bag of holding.
So, you are in a random location in the forest. You have a time, a time goal, and you now have just received supplies from a mysterious benefactor.
It's clearly
Does this place also have a canopy like the previous forest?
Yeah.
You two stay here. I gotta do some scouting around. Samson is going to try and climb a tree.
That's acrobatics, right?
Normally, I mean, I do have a climbing speed. So for me, it's like walking.
Fair enough. If it's like walking, then I guess you don't have to make a roll.
Alright, I'm at the top of a tree.
Well, one thing you have to do first. Roll me a fate die.
Alright.
if any of the branches break, we know why.
Something in the tree gets them.
Yeah.
You manage to get up the tree unhindered and unimpeded and disturb nothing.
Sick.
So, you
So I
get to
can
the
see
top-
above the canopy, right?
Yeah, you're at your little head pops out of the canopy.
I want to see where the sun is.
Perception.
It's the sun!
Not how I meant it, but I love how you took it. Because I'm imagining you're trying to get the time of day. I imagine you're trying to get the time of day.
I'm actually trying to figure out which way is north.
Never eat soggy water.
Oh. Well,
Because, like, I figured, I already know that it's past the afternoon, considering all that stuff with, Prin and Celeste earlier.
yeah, it's getting to be the afternoon.
So, I know if the sun is in, like, skewed towards one direction, north would be, like, you know, perpendicular.
Nerd.
I have a +4 in survival, I could roll that.
Yeah, roll me plus No, for direction, I know how you're gonna do it. North, south, east, west. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll me a d4.
Huh?
You said roll a d4.
Cause you're
Yeah.
so currently where y'all were facing is east. North, as you can tell from the map, is going towards the town. So you've got to turn yourself. I have to actually think of the fucking compass. That's how bad my direction skills are. You guys basically got to start heading to right
Left.
from the way you're facing now.
Wait, we're facing east?
Yeah. At where you were facing the tree as you were climbing up, you were facing east. So that means north is to your right. Hence, you gotta go up the road in that direction. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I mean, like, the
'Cause
road only goes 2 directions,
The
so I
road
just
only
need to
goes
figure out
2
which one it
directions,
goes.
but you had to figure out which way you were facing, so that then you could know which way north or south was. There were other ways of getting to that. That's how I worked through it. My geography and my math, 2 worst skills.
Directions and math, my 2 best skills.
Yeah.
We are truly 2 sides of the opposite same coin. Coin opposite same, yes.
I know everything that you'll say, and I know everything that you don't.
I don't say a lot.
If that...
Yes, it is. Nope. Uh-huh.
I hate that show so
100%.
much.
Oh, you... God, I love that show so much.
That show annoyed the piss out of me when it was airing.
It's so stupid. It's so, like, this generation of humor. And I absolutely adore it.
I tuned out for a second.
We're
What?
talking about Renegade Angel, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hate that show so much.
Hey, I need that thing you guys made. Crack? No, the other one. AIDS? That's the spice.
Oh my
So, how far away are we from this village?
God.
That I don't know.
Yet.
I just know which way is which.
How far away can I talk to Samson?
Just yell. We're all used to it.
I feel like I shouldn't attract things to our location.
You want me to throw you up there?
Please don't.
I have had a
We already
sword
agreed Nim
shoved in
can't
my
fly.
arm. I've already had a sword shoved in my arm. I've had emotional
Far away,
trauma.
Samson.
I don't need physical trauma.
Nim got her COVID shot.
How tall is this tree canopy?
Yeah.
And what's our yelling distance?
I'd say the trees are at least a good... God, how tall is 100 feet? I have no reference.
Really freaking tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
If it's more than 60, I can't do anything.
it's definitely going to be more than 60. It's a
All right.
rainforest. Rainforest trees are tall, man.
They are really tall.
Yeah.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Samson.
I am-
crawling
okay.
to the sky.
We just leave him there.
Cowboy no longer, I'm a ninja. I'm just gonna start running through the treetops.
Does Nim
You
arm
could be
still?
a cowboy and a ninja.
Yeah.
Cowboy ninja, yeah!
Cow Nimboyja.
Nin.
Ha 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 ha. Pog needs cool and ninja.
Does Nim's arm still hurt?
Oh, good lord, let me think, Shay.
I didn't know if you
No,
hit.
no, you're getting as many questions as Zanzibar now.
For some reason, Nim can no longer talk.
Oh, those silly wild magic surges.
Oh yeah, a wild magic surge.
Yeah, did having a sword shove in her arm make her mad? What?